Today's video is going to be a one-stop shop to show how you can easily purify water during SHTF so that you can have water that won't kill you and your family. Right after the channel intro. Remember, only you can ensure you and your family's survival. Live your life with honor and integrity, and always be the wolf hunter. Don't be the sheep, and never be the wolf. Welcome. I'm an avid prepper and oath keeper, and I'm certified to teach the use of deadly force. If you want to learn actual prepping skills and how to protect yourself legally, then please subscribe and also click the bell icon so you won't miss whenever a video is released. We're in this together, so welcome to this community. Folks, if you're a new prepper, you may have been scouring the internet trying to learn how to safely purify water, but just only to come up with 100 different videos with many different ideas. And many of those videos seem to only be talking about the subject, but not really showing you how easily to do it or what you'll need to do it. Well, this video is going to actually show you how to do it, and it's going to show me purifying dirty lake water and then drinking it. And it's also going to show you just how easy it is. And this video will also provide links to other videos that go into more depth for different subjects if you want even more information. Also, most of this video has already been shown in parts in recent past videos. So if you're a regular subscriber, you may not find anything new in this video. But this video is to compile all that information into this one video for the newer prepper who may be desperately seeking answers. So let's get started. When I very first started prepping, I had absolutely no knowledge on water purification. I actually went out and bought several hundred coffee filters thinking that that would suffice. And of course, now I know just how wrong I was. So here's the skinny on water purification. You need to remove more than just the discoloring of the water. Water also contains bacteria and can also contain viruses, and may also contain man-made pollutants, which can all kill you, especially if there's no medical help available during SHTF. Now, it's my understanding that no water purifier on the market, at least that I know of, is actually able to remove all viruses. So in this video, I'm going to show you a very simple 3-step process to ensure that you and your family can have crystal clear, sparkling water during SHTF, especially if you have to start getting your drinking water from lakes or rivers or your rain barrels or whatever. First, run your water through some type of a pre-filter, whether it's coffee filters or a towel or something else. The whole idea here is that you are removing the larger pieces of junk from the water. In essence, the less junk that your water filters have to filter, then the longer that they're going to last. Then I really suggest making homemade chlorine, aka bleach, but making homemade chlorine from pool shock as the next step in purifying your water, much like most cities use to treat the tap water that they push through your sink. Because since a water purifier won't filter absolutely everything that's bad for you, this homemade chlorine will kill whatever the purifier won't filter out. And to see easy step-by-step instructions on how to make the homemade chlorine and how to use it for water purification, a link to that video should be appearing in the upper right-hand corner of the screen about now. And that video will also explain why you'll want to learn this prepper skill instead of relying on store-bought bleach. And I also drink the water that I treated with the chlorine. But while chlorine will kill almost everything that's bad for you, it's my understanding that it still doesn't kill everything. So that's where it's important to use the chlorine in conjunction with step number 3. So now since you've ran your water through a towel or some other type of filter, and now since you've pre-treated that water with your chlorine, now the third step is to run your water through a good and dependable water purifier, like the well-known Berkey or the well-known Sawyer or the lesser-known ProPure. So to simply explain why towels or coffee filters won't safely purify your water, the holes in their fabric just aren't small enough to actually filter out all the really bad stuff for you, like the bacteria and stuff like that. Whereas the holes in a good, dependable water purifier are much smaller and down to the micron size and will remove much, much more. So by running your water through a good water purifier after you've pre-treated it with chlorine, you're then removing the bad things that the chlorine didn't kill. And you're also removing the small amount of chlorine that you added in step number 2. And if you want to see a video on exactly how a water purifier like the Berkey works, a link to that video showing me testing it out with some really dirty lake water should be appearing in the upper right hand corner about now. And again in that video, I drink the water to show the dependability of the Berkey. So just a quick recap of how to simply purify water from lakes or streams or rainwater during SHTF. First, run your water through a pre-filter to remove the larger debris from the water. Second, then make homemade chlorine and pre-treat the water to kill most of the bad stuff that even the best of water purifiers won't remove. And then third, then run your water through a dependable water purifier to finish removing the rest of the bad stuff and to also remove the chlorine that you use to pre-treat the water with. When I have followed that 3-step process and tested it out by drinking the water myself, the water that was originally green and nasty actually came out tasting better than water that's right out of my tap. The water was clear and sparkling and thirst quenching, and I had no issues whatsoever after drinking it. Now you can boil your water to kill off most of the bad stuff, but I don't like the taste of boiled water. And you can also distill it, but I have to admit that I don't know that much about distilling yet. But both boiling and distilling water require fuel or wood for the fire to heat the water. And if SHTF makes wood or fuel scarce, then you just may wish you had a way to treat your water without it. Also, those $20 or $30 water purifiers that you can buy for your refrigerator, it's my understanding that those filters aren't small enough to remove the microscopic things like viruses or whatever else that can kill you. And at the time of this video, I don't know of any ceramic filter that will outperform the black elements that the Berkey and the ProPure uses. So I'm sticking with what I know works best. After all, my family's life may depend on it. And now for some other options. You can make your own natural water filter by layering charcoal and rocks and other natural materials, but I don't know if doing this is as effective as the steps I outlined earlier. Personally, if it were me, I would still boil the water if I did this. And I would only do this as a last option, as you'd still be dependent on being able to collect all of the needed natural materials to make your water filter. And you can also make what's called the poor man's Berkey, where you buy just the elements, aka the filters, and then use food-grade plastic buckets instead of buying the expensive stainless steel chambers, aka buckets, that the Berkey and the ProPure uses. Now, another issue about water during SHTF is having it to begin with, especially if you don't have a water source like a river or a lake near you. Now, you can remedy this by buying gallons of water from the store, the gallons of water made with the thicker plastic so that they don't degrade as fast and leak into your home, or you can also thoroughly clean out empty 2-liter bottles and refill them with water and rotate them out once a year. But research doing this, as this topic could be a whole different video just by itself. And then if you want hundreds of gallons of water on standby, provided that you live in an area that receives rainfall, a link to a video showing how I have my rain barrel set up should be appearing in the upper right hand corner about now also. And this setup pretty much allows me to have close to 400 gallons of water ready to be purified and used if needed. And lastly, if you're a brand new prepper, then please check out my playlist for brand new preppers that covers a lot of important topics for new preppers. And a link to that playlist should be appearing also in the upper right hand corner about now too. But you'll get tips on where to start prepping, also simple prepping skills that you can learn, and even how to find and join a prepper group. Now, I'm not saying that my method is the be-all, end-all method for every prepper on the planet. You may have circumstances that would make a different method better for your particular circumstances. I'm only putting this information out there for you to consider so that you can make your own informed decision. And there's probably many more points that can be made about this subject, but just remember that I have to keep this video at a reasonable length. So if you have something that you'd like to add, Please comment below and share your knowledge, and let's make this video a wealth of information together. While I enjoy making these videos for pennies on the hour, I am wishing to purchase better video and editing equipment that will allow me to make better quality videos for you all without actually putting me into debt to make the videos. So if you have the disposable income, please consider joining my Patreon video channel, where for just $1 a month you'll get early access to videos and also receive special prepper and naturally made gifts from time to time and other exclusive Patreon member rewards when they become available. Anyways, folks, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I pray that you have a good night.